Hey there, welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you how I made this super fun, super cute gingham blanket. Perfect for spring and is just the right size for a lap blanket or a baby blanket. The only stitch you need to know for this project is the Tunisian simple stitch. Let's get started. For this project, you will need medium weight yarn in the following colors: pink and light pink, blue and light blue, purple and light purple, also white. The colors are customizable. If you would rather use yellow instead of blue, that's completely up to you. The only thing to make sure of when making a gingham pattern is to use 2 shades of the same color. The yardage is approximate for this type of yarn. You can use more or less depending on the size of blanket you decide to make. Last but not least, I used a regular 9mm crochet hook, one with a plain straight handle. Tunisian crochet tends to curl, so using a larger gauge hook will allow the blanket to feel more relaxed, and with the right border, you can avoid the blanket curling. Here is the pattern I created for this blanket. Please screenshot or take a picture to follow along with the pattern. This blanket is created 1 row at a time, starting in the bottom left square and working vertically. Once the first row is finished, the next row will begin with the light blue square. Squares are attached to the previous row as you go. To begin, we'll be starting in the bottom left square of the pattern, so we need our blue yarn. Attach the yarn to the hook and chain 15. And here we have our chain of 15. We're going to be working into the back loops of that chain 15, starting with the second one right here. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop into the next back loop, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and continue this pattern all the way down. I'm inserting my hook for the last time, yarning over, pulling up a loop. So now I have 15 loops on my hook. For the return pass, all you have to do is yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and repeat this all the way down, and that will complete our first row. Here we are, first row is completed. Now for the second row, we're going to be inserting our hook into these front loops right here and right here. So starting in the second one, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next front loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. Continue this all the way down. Here we are almost to the end. For the very last one, instead of inserting it into 1 loop, turn your work to the side and you'll notice there's 2 loops on the end. We're going to be inserting our hook into those last 2 loops. yarn over, pull through. Now we have 15 loops on our hook. For the return pass, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and continue all the way down. Here we've now completed 2 rows of that blue square in the bottom left corner of the pattern. You want to complete 12 rows total for that blue square. So here we have 12 rows, and I always double check to make sure I have the correct amount of rows before continuing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 rows. Now it's time to connect our next color. So I'm just going to cut that blue yarn, leaving a little bit of a tail. And next is that light pink yarn. Now all I'm going to do is just drape that yarn over, pull it through that blue loop, and then use that blue tail to kind of tighten around the pink yarn. And then drop the 2 tails down right here. And we'll just continue with the new color. And it's the same exact pattern. Insert your hook into that front post, yarn over, pull up a loop. So here we've now completed 2 rows of the light pink square. And here is our first row completed, starting from the blue square in the bottom left, going vertically. So in my pattern, the last square in the top left is the dark purple. And I always make sure I have my 12 rows. Yep, 12 rows. And you'll notice that top row is still not complete. So in order to finish off that top row, all you do is insert your hook into the front post And instead of moving forward with that, you're going to pull the yarn through one more time. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through that other loop on the hook. And that way it finishes that row very nicely. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through one more time. Here we are at the end, inserting into the last two loops, yarn over, pull through one more time. And to finish off, I like to chain one before cutting my yarn. And that officially completes our first row. To start the next row, first locate that chain of 15 at the bottom of the blue square that we first started with. And you're going to be inserting your hook under that V-stitch right there in the corner. So our next color in the next row starts with light blue. So I like to attach it to my hook and then take it off. Locate that bottom V-stitch, insert your hook, attach your yarn back in place, pull through, and then chain one. Now it's officially attached. Chain 14 more for a total of 15 chains. So here we have our 15 chains. The pattern's going to stay the exact same. You're going to be working into the back loops, starting with the second one. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, continue all the way down. So here we are at 15. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now we have 15 loops on our hook. Locate your first row, which is right here. And you'll notice along the side you have these nice V stitches. So locate the V stitch at the end of the first row. You'll notice two loops and then there's a little loop in the back. You're going to insert your hook into that V stitch, picking up the second loop as well as that little back loop. You're going to yarn over, you're going to pull through, and then pull through one more. Yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, and continue all the way down. And that completes the first row of that light blue square, which is attached to the first row. So here I'm doing the forward pass of the second row of that light blue square, almost to the end. I have 15 loops on my hook. And then locate that second row. At the end is that next set of V-stitches. Insert your hook into that second loop as well as the little back loop right behind it. Yarn over, pull through, and then pull through one more time. Yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two, until you finish your return pass. And that completes the second row. So we've completed 12 rows, just like we did with every other square. And now it's time to attach the next color, which is going to be white. So I'm just going to cut my light blue string, leaving a little bit of a tail. Here's my white yarn. Draping it over the hook. Pull through, tighten that light blue tail, and then drop the white tail. The pattern stays the exact same. The only difference is we have a new color. So here we are at the end. Of that forward pass. Locating the first row of the light pink square, there's that V-stitch on the side. Insert your hook into that second loop and the loop right behind it. Yarn over, pull through, and pull through one more time. Yarn over and pull through two, all the way down your return pass. That completes our first row of the white square. Here's the forward pass of the second row of the white square. 15 loops on my hook. Now at times you will have to tighten some of those tails. Locating that second row V-stitch on the side. Insert your hook into that second loop and the little loop right behind it. Yarn over, pull through one more, yarn over, pull through two, all the way down to complete your return pass. And here we are. That is the basic gist of the pattern. If you can follow up to now, you can complete the rest of the blanket. And here we are, all the squares are connected. The blanket's almost complete. But you'll notice now we have a bunch of tails on the back of the blanket. All I do is pull them very gently to create nice corners where all the colors connect. And then once the corners look nice, I just double knot the strings and then weave in the ends using a tapestry needle. Once it's woven into your liking, just cut the excess string, and there you have it. Here's the completed blanket up close. Add any border you like. I chose a chunky border to keep the blanket from curling so much. If you would like a tutorial on this particular border, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you make one for yourself. I had a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.